Hey guys, how's it going? Kyle here. This is the tutorial for the cart front, or the cartwheel into a front flip, side front, whatever fucking crazy movement that is. Let me demonstrate it once, then we'll go through breaking it down. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Pretty fun. It's very similar to the cartwheel side flip. So if you don't have that down, I recommend getting that down because it's going to make this so much easier. If you can Arabian, good. If you can side flip, keep that. If you can front flip, use that. If you can't do either of those, at least try to practice some of them. That way you can kind of get a decent understanding as to how those movements work, and then we'll go to this. So obviously cartwheel is important. If you don't have your cartwheel, obviously get that down. As you're coming out of the cartwheel, you want to kind of come out not so much feet together, but not so much feet far apart. Find that comfort zone. When you're running and you're going to like a side flip or any kind of flip, pay attention to how far your feet are apart. That's about how you want it to be. Or if you want to just do like a cartwheel and come out into a jump, you can do that. And then if you just go with the motions, you'll actually kind of eventually find out that comfort zone where your feet are going to be close, far apart, whatever is easier for you. But you don't want to come up where your chest is over here. If your chest is over here, you're trying to set, you're going to end up going straight up. But if your chest is at least here or a little bit further, you're going to shoot out and flip with that rotation as you come out. Now the cart front isn't necessarily a cartwheel turn straight into a front flip. It's more or less a kind of, you come out and you kind of go into a slight Arabian motion. What makes it the cart front is that they do a front flip throughout most of the whole thing. And it is pretty much this cartwheel Arabian, but everybody kind of has their own different ways. Find out what way works best for you. Whether you come out here and go into Arabian, whether you come out here and side flip and finish like a front, or you come out full on facing that way and pop into a front. I find it easier to come out here, turn into a front flip. So, as I slightly mentioned before, everybody kind of has their own different way. Here's how I do it. When I come out of the cartwheel, I come out kind of sideways, kind of facing the other way. As I come up, your arms reaching up is going to be a huge impact as to how high you get. When you reach your arms up, you're going to set up. You don't want to jump from here, like I said before, but you don't want to like swing it too hard and kill you. You don't want to have too much momentum to where it's hard to control. You want to find that sweet spot, and that sweet spot's going to be by going off the balls of your feet, by not letting your heels touch. So as you're coming out of that cartwheel, you're slightly bending your knees just a little bit, but just enough to where when you reach your arms up straight over and point and set out, you can kind of spring off the balls of your feet. That way you're kind of like a spring or like a slinky that shoots up as it comes out. I don't know if that makes any sense, but hopefully movement wise it'll be easier for you guys to understand. When you're going into the rotation, or when I go into the rotation anyways, I'm coming up, I'm turning, and this is why it's very important to make sure you have a decent understanding as to how the front flip works, because it's the same motion. You're coming up, you're tucking with the rotation. So it's not up forward and then just tuck. You don't want to kind of stall yourself out and fall straight down. You want to make sure you're kind of going with the movement. It's really just kind of reaching forward. Use your arms to guide you and going straight. Tuck with the rotation as your arms are going forward and up. Grab your knees, tuck your head down. When you're doing the flip, you're coming out. Try to spot the ground. The higher you go, the more time you're going to have to control that landing. You'll have more time to actually see and spot that ground, so you can know when to open up and plant those feet. You don't want to land hard. You don't want to land on your heels. That's going to suck. You don't want to land stiff. That's going to suck even worse. Don't be lazy about the flip. You don't want to be so loose where you just kind of collapse and fall on your ass. Really try to land it, but try to not over-rotate where your chest is forward, but get that momentum, but control the momentum so you can come out straight down, and it lands me so much easier. One key movement about foot placement, as you're coming out, you can actually slightly pivot, so as you come out, you can kind of pivot your feet to help guide you in the right direction. When you get a lot of control out of this, as they're coming out of it, and you can start coming out, instead of landing 2 feet, you can come out 1 foot in front of the other with enough momentum to go forward. You can start doing cartwheel front, and just keep comboing out of it. And that's how you're going to be able to lead into big combos that's going to make it look that much more amazing. And then if you have even more control of it, you can do a bunch of them in a circle and just blow people's minds. One quick tip to throw in there, just for careful consideration, is when you're going into the setting motion, when you're going up into the Arabian, so you're taking off, make sure you're setting up straight in a straight line. Make sure you're not just throwing yourself blind. As I say in a lot of my tutorials, never throw your body and expect to land on your feet. You have to control your body. So that's pretty much it for the tutorial on the breakdown of how to do a cart front, or how I do a cart front, whether it's a cart Arabian, a cart side flip. It's all movement. Just love it for what it is. Enjoy it. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the comments below. If you guys like the video, if it helps you a lot, share it with your friends so it can help other people as well. Also, if you haven't noticed, I've been wearing this really nifty shirt here that says every obstacle is an opportunity. One of the philosophies I try to incorporate in a lot of my teachings. If you like this shirt, you can find it at my own shirt clothing line called epicapparelwear.com. The link is in the description. We have a Facebook fan page, so you can check that in the description as well. Throw ideas, comments, suggestions, tell us what you think, any ideas that you can help boost our company. Throw it out there, support the group, and just keep staying positive, you guys.